Alright, peace, love, and light, everybody. It's your girl, Morgan Renee Myers, tuning in to do a crochet cup, halter cup crochet tutorial. I want to apologize for a few things. Number one, all my batteries were dead, apparently, so the camera that I had intended to use, my batteries have to charge up. And also, my phone is pretty much on 15%, so I couldn't record on there. So I am very new to tutorials, and I'm just going to try my best. Excuse my fingernails. I have been getting them done, and I got like this lime color still stuck on there. So I'm all over the place. But I just wanted to show you all how to do, and excuse the background. I sell oils and stuff. And my desk is very small where I'm trying to do this tutorial. So this is the cup. I'll come back with a later video. I'm going to be uploading more crochet tutorials on here, but I'm just going to do the cup for today. I'm using my iPad. Hopefully it won't time out. And I'll do another video where I'm showing you how to attach it and make it into a whole halter top. But I just had a sale for like 2 weeks where they could get this type of halter top, plain, solid one color, for $20. I normally would charge $25 to $35 range, just depending on what's going on. So I'm actually making a halter top now. It's going to be inverted. Instead of it being, you know, like the regular way, it's going to be this way when it goes on the person. This is too big for the camera, but so I'll just pretty much show you how to start there. Now, I like to use this H hook, 5mm H/8 hook, even for the big booby girls, because it makes, the bigger the hook, the more the bigger your holes. And so just because they have bigger breasts don't mean they want a whole bunch of gaps. So I like to use the smaller hook, and you can even use smaller than this, get the holes tighter. But what I'm gonna do, let me take this out, is show you guys how to start it off. So my crochet mentor Nita of Fashion In, Fashion Out showed me how to do these, and I've been hooked ever since. So you start with your slip knot, and I'll do a separate tutorial video teaching you how to start a slip knot. But for this one, I'm just, those of you that are beginners, we can go ahead and get started. So you want to chain up about, it really depends. If you're doing for like big booby girls, I have been doing 11 chains, but now I'm doing it to 8 because sometimes the halter go up close to the neck, and so we don't want the uncomfortableness that may come with that. So sometimes I'll do less chains, but let's just do like maybe a typical A-B cup type chain. I'm gonna chain up 11 for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to hold my finger on 8. Let me start that over. So for the smaller, like A-B cups, you want to do like 11 chains. And the bigger cups, I do 14 chains. But let me show you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to count back 3 to my 8th chain. So 11, 10, 9, 8. So third chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3. So pretty much the 4th chain. You're going to skip 3 chains and go into this 4th chain. We're going to double crochet into the chain 8 space. So a double crochet is yarning over, 1, 2, 3, is the 8th space, going through the hole, pulling your yarn through, and you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm moving the crochet hook to help me glide. So I'm just going to double crochet all the way down the remaining 7 chains. Let me move this oil out the way. Body and burner oils, if you need them, I got them. Inbox me. And this is my crochet hook case. Let me move that too so it's not so distracting. Okay. Alright, so now I'm at the end. And how I hold my yarn is I have it going through my palm and wrapped around my index finger. And then I'm like kind of just holding it in my palm. And I'm holding my work. And I interchange holding my work and letting the hook do its job. So we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Turn your work. And sometimes I go into this hole, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I go in that one. On this part, it really doesn't matter. Whatever's most comfortable and memorable for you. So I'll just go into it for the sake. I'm going to yarn over and double crochet all the way down till you get to this point, and then I'll show you what to do down there. Okay, so now we've come to the end, and you kind of have like this weird spacing. It's about 1, 2, 3, like 4 chains kind of sitting there. So sometimes I forget, I don't know if I go in this chain or not. Sometimes I go straight into here. Whichever way is comfortable for you. You'll learn that about crochet. Some stuff is not as technical as we make it, and sometimes it's absolutely necessary that you go in the right holes. So for the sake of this, I'm going to go in that hole because it looks like it's another space. So double crochet in that too. Then I'm going to put 3 double crochets in this middle part. So just right in the center. And this is how you are forming the point of the halter. So pretty much I got 3 double crochets that start in the side. Then I'm going to chain 2 and put 3 double crochets back in the center. And that is what gives it the point. That's how you get from one side to the other side. So now, you see how I kind of hold my work differently with whatever shape is turning? So now I'm going to hold it back on the side and then double crochet all the way down this row. And this is my tail of my yarn when I started, so I'm just going to kind of double crochet that in there as well, so I don't have so much to cut and sew in later. Okay. Then this last hole is kind of tricky. Okay. So that's the end. So now I'm going to chain 2 and do the same exact thing I just showed you. So I'm going to do it without talking. Just watch. Chain 2. Okay, now I'm at the end. I can't go no more. Now, what you don't want to make a mistake, I know earlier I was like, oh, I don't know where I'm putting holes and stuff. You don't want to make a mistake and do any of these top 3 or 4 chains because we're just going in the middle. So you can kind of tell when you're coming up on where to stop double crocheting. So now double crochet into the center 3 times. Put 3 double crochets into the center. That's 1. This is 2. This is 3. Then you're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Now we're going to go back down with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And it's getting bigger and bigger. So you'll know when to stop. Double crochet all the way back down. You'll know when to stop based on the boob size. So what I do is when I'm seeing girls who want these tops, I can kind of gauge now because I've been crocheting these for about 3 years. I can kind of gauge what an A, B, C, D is. I personally am like a D, between C and D. So sometimes I use my boobs to measure when it's the C's or the D's. Then I have some friends who I've made stuff for that are in the G's. So I have like a model cup that I keep around for them. And then AB, I just know it's not that big, so I'm not going to make the cup that big. And sometimes when I'm with people that want one, I'll just measure the length and the width of their boob. So like they'll have their bra on or their shirt on or whatever, and I just measure like from where in the middle of their breasts until where the side of their breast ends, and then where does the top of their bra strap, top of their bra start and end. And then sometimes I'll even measure the inches between their shoulder, between where the top of the bra stops and the strap on the shoulder, just so like I can make the strap, you know, comfortable. So that's how I gauge, and I am still very much in the learning process. So here's a good example. Sometimes you get to the end and it's not very clear where the holes are at, but you'll start to learn and see, and as you mess up, that where to put your stuff. Now this is the very last one here, so I'm gonna work my way in there. And that's pretty much how you make a cup. Now when it gets to the size that you want, so when it gets to the size that you want, you can you could do a lining, like a single crochet lining. So let's say I was finished. Let's say this is my A cup, right? I would end right down here. This would be where I would end. So I chain like maybe one, and then I turn the cup upside down. And single crochet is just inserting your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And you don't yarn over first. You put your hook in first, and then you yarn over. And that's a single crochet. And so you could do that all the way around. Let me show you what I do when I get to the corner. So if I'm single crocheting the bottom of this, when I get to the corner, I'll probably chain one. Yeah, I'll chain one. Then I'll put in another single crochet into that same space. That helps me turn the work around and give it a clean edge on that corner. And so a single crochet just cleans up your work, gives you a nice little edge into it and all of that. And then sometimes I can gauge like by the holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I counted that wrong. Hold on. This is a hole down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This 8 holes is about a B cup. It looks pretty big on this camera, but it's about a B cup. So if I know that, I would keep like a model one of these for when people are placing orders. I'll have something to like go off of. So yeah, that was my first attempt at doing a tutorial for this halter top cup. If you have any questions or suggestions on how to better do these tutorials, I'm going to keep practicing until I get it right. I have a few different cameras that I need to learn how to work and edit, and so I won't have all that fancy stuff just yet. I don't have a Mac. I have a Windows computer that moves very slow, so I'm going to just do what I can do until I can do better. But people are starting to request and have questions on how to do certain things, and I'm more than willing to help because I learned off of YouTube, and I have a crochet mentor in my community, and she's very helpful. So I understand the value in having somebody have some patience and take some time and showing you how to start something so that you can be the best that you can be. Because crochet is fun. It's a great hobby. It's a great way to meditate, and it's a great way to make some side stream of income, okay? So yes, leave any comments, questions, suggestions below, and I will get back to you all. I appreciate you all for taking the time to tune in. So peace, love.